How do you get the spark back when you're stuck, just kind of living like roommates? First of all, I just want to encourage married couples that there are different seasons. So like cut yourself some slack in certain seasons. Don't panic if you think the spark has gone and you've got little kids and you're both just so exhausted that you can't even see straight and you haven't slept through the night. And I mean, you know, you hear people say when you have little kids, like the days are long, but the years are short. Well, when you're in the middle of it, the days are long and the years are long and everything's long. So cut yourself some slack. And I'm not saying you don't have to be intentional about your marriage, but just don't panic if you're just in a really tough stage in general, a really tiring stage. So we have a take-home thing for you guys today, just kind of help you. This question kind of spurred it on. It's just a list of like date night questions. So that's something you can do as a couple at every stage of your life. If you don't have a lot of money, you don't have to go somewhere, pay a babysitter, just like get takeout and watch a show or something. Put your phones away. Don't do separate things. Do something together and do that every single week, no matter what. And so the questions are just like kind of going deeper questions with each other. You might you will learn some things you never knew about your spouse, no matter how long you've been married. So that's just one little thing you can do.
Can you put the diagram up, tech team? Yeah. So I know some of you have been in church for a while. This is kind of like this is an old school churchy diagram, okay?
Still true.
Yeah.
Right? Still good.
So I'm leading a young men's small group right now. And a question came this week in small group that was very much like the question that we were just talking about. And I have drawn this diagram on the whiteboard. So earlier it was mentioned about the 5 love languages.
Yeah.
And so I did the test, I think yesterday, to figure out what my love language was. And my number 1 love language is words of affirmation.
Mine too.
Corinne's too. Yeah. And my number 2 is gifts.
But he's impossible to buy gifts.
You might want to make note of my number 2 love.
If it's not really, really expensive, though, you don't like it.
I'd like a nail gun.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Just
you
kidding.
would. You should try it sometime.
No. Okay, so I want to talk to you about that, though. The whole idea of like the husband and the wife pursuing Jesus to the best of my ability, praying, spending some time reading the Bible, spending some time in silence, just trying to listen to what God might say to me is really important. I want to explain to you something. What did I say my number 1 love language is? Do you remember it? Words of affirmation. Do you know if you talk to anybody who's close to me, I'm borderline unencourageable.
Yeah, like people say, I don't know, it just bounces off of him. Encouragement.
I bring that up because for me, if I go back to the early years of my life, there were some traumatic things that happened to me, just like there were some traumatic things that happened to you. And because of that, I have some issues, I have some woundings in my life that make me unencourageable. I bring that up because she can't heal that. She's amazing. She can't heal what's broken inside of me. Do you remember, like a few months ago, if you're here, I talked about the whole concept of false selves, and I had a little jean jacket for like cool guy Mike, and then I had some boxing gloves, and then I had a little work hat. Those are all false selves that we put on in response to the trauma that we experience when we're little. Now, listen, the thing is, only God can heal that. God through a miracle, or God through his people, or God through just time alone with him. Am I making sense at all right now?
Counseling too?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because My number one love language is words of affirmation, and I can't be encouraged.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
So it's funny, I was hanging out with a guy just working my way through some of this stuff, the idea of false selves. And I say this not because I want you to be fascinated with my story. I want my story to direct you back to your story, your God story. Right? So he said to me, when somebody says something nice to you, here's what you need to do. You need to pause, you need to take a second, and you need to say, thank you. So compliment me, say something nice. I am a great encourager.
He really thought about that.
Thank you. I receive that. I have to actually almost, like, people would think I was a weirdo while I was walking around. Okay. But I borderline have to do that.
Yeah.
And just go, okay, like.
Because you just usually just run by it. Like you run by it onto something else.
So what I'm saying, I know it seems like a churchy answer, but one of the ways to get your spark back in your relationship or to kindle a fire that will keep burning over the long term is don't ever give up on pursuing Jesus and understanding that today, this moment, this spectacular moment that he's welcoming you into, okay, is another chance for him to invite you closer to be more of the truest version of you.
Because maybe when the spark is gone, so to speak, in your relationship, your marriage, it's because the spark is gone in your relationship with Jesus. And that's the place you want to start. That is the first thing to be intentional about, is your relationship with Jesus. Because there's never a time when you will pursue Jesus and it doesn't affect the way you love the people around you, because that is what we're here for. That's our purpose on earth, is to let Jesus love the people around us through us. And so if your relationship with God isn't good, you just haven't been investing in it, your ability to love the people around you is going to be hampered. So just put the spark back in that relationship first, as your first priority.
I love that.